You are given the power to make one person in the world crap their pants at a moment of your choosing. Who do you choose and when do you deploy it for maximum impact? My old boss. He was the most narcissistic, evil human I've ever met. Made my work environment completely toxic. He's well known in the education community in the state I live in. I totally make him crap his pants at the next live news event he's on. I also elect this guy's boss. Sounds like a prick. We should all use our power on him, but on different days, so he craps himself every day for the next few weeks and he will never know why, assuming that's within the rules of this power we've been bestowed. I would find a rich guy and say, I bet you $10,000 you will crap your pants today. Then he will say no and we will shake on it, then bam, I get $10,000. Only $10,000? It's high enough for them to find it funny, but low enough that they won't miss it too much. Bezos isn't going to say yes to a bet of $1 billion, no matter how small he thinks the odds are. Better one would be telling Jeff Bezos you had the power to make him crap his pants, but for a few million you won't. He'll say no, so you make him crap his pants at his next major public event, then you go make him the same offer. True, blackmail is the best use of this poopy pants power. He'd get you arrested for poisoning him or something. And also blackmail. He'd probably skip the pseudo-legal route and just get someone to rape your dog, murder your wife and blow your brains out. And they have to think you're good for the money. No point in making a bet if they can't deliver. r/Wall Street Bets, Reddit link. I came here to get away from Wall Street bets. WTF. There's some bets you just don't take. Someone trying to bet you that they can make you crap your pants is one of them. Yeah, they definitely spiked your drink or food with a perfectly timed laxative. Or have vile genie magic a la this question. You just don't do it. A person with life-threatening constipation. I'll let it out just about now. Lol, my mate who's a geriatrics doctor told me about a 90-year-old man on their ward with a crap so hard it was going to tear his colon and kill him. He couldn't swallow due to his age and condition, so the main cause was dehydration, making his poo hard and his colon paper thin, and N4 can only do so much without pooling in your lungs. It also meant he couldn't take laxatives. The thought was that the poo would be too far up for an enema to be effective, and that sometime over the weekend, his colon would perforate and spill the contents into him. He would literally be torn apart by a poo and was in such a delicate state that all of modern medicine could not save him from it. Fortunately, the enema did work and he survived and partially regained his ability to swallow, but I reckon he would have been very grateful for your help. Who would win the entirety of modern medicine versus one stinky boy? Used to volunteer in a gastroenterology ICU ward, I learned that how well you poop determines a surprisingly large portion of your daily happiness, especially after a certain age. I'm not of a certain age, but I do have alternating IBS C and D, and let me tell you, I'd give up my left tit to crap like a human again. It really does affect a large portion of my daily happiness. Ah, thanks. I have to admit I did not anticipate anyone using this power for good. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities. Some consider to be irregular. Nice one. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. But from a crap lord you could. Well, supposedly there is the brown note that when played makes you crap yourself. Not from a craft lord. Anyone hear the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? It is not a story the Jedi would tell. If their constipation is life-threatening, you probably just obliterated their rectum with the forced expulsion of a craggy, impacted fudge hammer. I'd say you for that poor hamster's sake. I actually had a friend die from this. He was an opiate addict and would always complain about stomach pain. Then he would go and use heroin. Ended up throwing up blood in his house and died about half an hour later. Turned out that his intestines ruptured from the massive amount of feces that was in his body. It was quite sad as he was only 23. Sorry about the loss of your friend. I too had a friend who complained about this often. I mean, we talked about our craps on the daily, and he also was an opiate addict. Except, It was the fentanyl that did him in, not his dope turds. Honestly, if I had to pick a way, at least drugs is better than your own crap exploding you from the inside as a way to be remembered by everyone in your life. Just saying. Couldn't you at least have given me a minute to pull down my pants and go sit on a toilet? I feel better, but I got crap everywhere I need to clean up. I pick /user Bill Oakley, and for the time of choosing, it will be when you are next surrounded by people and more than an hour's journey away from spare clothes. Reddit link. Oh God, what have I done? Always carry a spare set of clothes. The spell can never trigger, as you'll never be more than an hour away from the spares. Nah man, Genie Magic says he'll crap himself so hard he'll soil the spares. 2 spares. I never go anywhere unless I've prepared for the possibility that I might crap myself twice while I'm there. This is why spare clothes are protected in a Ziploc baggie, and the bag comes in handy for putting in the soiled items. Life with a toddler has opened my eyes. You do realize this will just create a crap of such epic proportions it'll actually be powerful enough to vaporize plastic? Guy's ass is going to go off like nuke. This is going to one hell of a bowel movement. Afterwards, he'll be lucky if he has any bones left. There will be that one time he forgets, or the airline loses his luggage. Heck, going through the red tape to get to a checked bag once it's been stowed could take more than an hour. Imagine sitting on a plane, you take off, and immediately crap your pants. Your second thought is the airline must have lost my damn luggage. Me, now. God, I'm so constipated. This is such a flagrant waste of this power that I can't help but respect it. Fair play to you. Spoken like someone who hasn't experienced extreme constipation. Extreme constipation like regular constipation, except you're mountain climbing too. That's probably the best time. Because if you're lead, everyone below is going to have a bad time. I thought he meant his decision would be to make it happen right now on God. Even more top tier. Sugar-free gummy bears may be your bastion. Having just watched Pay Money Wubby's sugar-free gummy bear stream last night, I'd have to agree. I also choose this guy's impacted colon. Let's all choose this guy, but stagger the times we choose, so he's just crafting nonstop for like a week or 7. My condolences. Did you hear about the constipated mathematician? No, what about the constipated mathematician? He worked it out with a pencil. Wow, you're so full of crap. Talk to a doctor. I got on medication and it changed my life. You'll be known as the efficient pooper. Zuckerberg for sure, just to check if he's a lizard or an android. Sir, are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate? Core dump initiated. Cover blown, time to end human race. Time to end the simulation. What if God was one of us? Just Mark Zuckerberg, but he has to terminate the simulation because an unforeseen power has made him crap his pants and reveal that he is not human on the bus. I would upvote, but there is no way the Zuck would ever ride a bus. Well, let me just patch you up with some hot resin. Wait. I think the leak is stopping itself. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Wait. Yeah. What sort of robot turns down a free blast of searing hot resin? What kind of robot turns down hot resin? I'll just patch you up with a searing hot resin blast. I love how human was never an option. My ex during her next 69. Wouldn't you want her partner to crap their pants? That way your ex gets crap on her face. I think she would enjoy that. What? I think she would enjoy that. I'm dying from laughing. Clearly the one who got away. I too choose this guy's ex. Thank you, make it double, carrot. My ex when she is having sex with the person she cheated with, and left me for, or the human resources director who put me on forced leave after saved a prisoner from trying to hang himself because I did not wait for a supervisor to be present before deploying a cut-down knife. If I was a crafty god, I'd count these 2 wishes as one and granted them immediately. If I was a crafty god of crap, I'd count these 2 wishes as one and granted them immediately. Fixed. If I was a crap lord, I'd count these 2 wishes as one and granted them immediately. Fixed. I feel you, man. I used to work for the town I lived in, and I got a stern talking to when I pulled this one kid off of another while he beating the living crap out of him. Just picture on 12-year-old holding another down on the pavement with his weight, wailing on him with both fists. I didn't even pull the offender by the arm or anything, just restrained him by wrapping both arms around him. Apparently, saving a kid from a broken nose, concussion, maybe even a skull fracture is no excuse for putting your hands on a child. Oh yay, the assaulter found me later and smirked that his parents were going to get me in big trouble. No good deed goes unpunished, I guess. Unfortunately, that mentality makes bad kids aware of the fact that they can get away with anything. Good on you for pulling him off. More and more I see kids that have a complete and utter lack of discipline in their lives. The way I see it, there are 2 kinds of punishment, natural and artificial. Natural punishments are going to happen no matter who intervenes, stuff like how if you don't wash you're going to get diseases, if you don't clean up food you're going to get rats. But they tend to be longer term. Artificial punishments are the ones that are forced to make the natural punishments more immediate. Kids are bad at looking at the long term. So you replace the long-term natural punishment of them not cleaning up and getting rats with confiscating some item or another punishment. It helps get the kid to do the things to avoid the natural punishment, even though from their perspective they're avoiding the artificial one. In my mind, getting the crap beat out of you in a fight is a natural punishment, maybe not this time, but eventually. So we need an artificial punishment to stop kids fighting, especially because eventually it stops being fighting and starts being assault. What they just did was teach that kid that he's allowed to beat the crap out of someone with no consequence. If nothing changes, he's either going to end up in hospital after he picks a fight he couldn't win or in jail. F that. Stand by your morals, 100%, of the time. I hope you don't think twice about doing the right thing again. I hope that Human Resources Director goes and F's themselves. Good on you for doing that. So does Human Resources actually just suck everywhere? Their primary function is to defend the company interests. Discern from that what you will. With strong labor laws, what's in the company's interest can align with making things good for the employee. I moved countries in September, and at my new job in new country I injured my foot, and HR said okay, no problems, rest up for a week and if it's still not right let us know. They're super onto it with checking in and making sure everyone's job satisfaction is high. It's kind of nice, haha. Yes. The entire point of HR is protecting the company, which means following procedure over reason. Plus, many HR departments are overtaken by nepotism and obvious favoritism in the company. Rule 1 of starting a new job: befriend the male person, receptionist, and don't say anything to HR that would make it seem like you aren't a worker bee. You don't have to actually be a worker bee, but telling them that you never take your laptop home is a good way to get them noticing you in the wrong light. A company I used to work for actively defended a sexual predator after being reported, as HR thought that a complaint might leave them open to more and may damage the core business. Another company's HR department fired the modeling agency after it was revealed that the creative director was making unwelcome advances towards the models. He left when his wife found out through a third party. HR departments. My ex when she is having sex with the person she cheated with, and left me for, I assume she wouldn't be wearing pants for that, so the power would be useless. I have the same cut-down rule as well. Must have another officer present. Never been a huge fan of it. I understand that they don't want you to get ambushed, but it's not hard to see when someone is hanging, completely purple, in their cell. Just me. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.